Assalamualaikum. Ayo kita sekarang bicara tentang forex ya. Karena banyak sekali orang-orang yang bingung juga. Ini halal atau haram sih? Saya juga penasaran. Saya sendiri kalau tidak tahu lebih baik tidak saya sentuh daripada saya masuk ke gray area ya, yang kita nggak tahu halal atau haram karena ada hadis kan. Kalau kita masuk ke gray area itu cenderung ke arah haram. Yuk kita dengerin ya.
And welcome back to the channel. Today we have massive topic. It's about Forex. One of
Jadi hari ini kita bicara
the most frequently asked question is about foreign exchange of currencies.
ya, forex ini sering sekali ditanyakan halal atau haram.
So today we are going to ask, is what is happening in Forex really halal, permissible, Islamically compliant?
Jadi kita akan mencoba untuk mengerti transaksi forex itu apakah ada yang halal.
How do we understand it? So let's get into it.
Oke.
So when we are talking about foreign exchange, when we are talking about exchanging currencies or money, you go to visit foreign country, you want to buy something nice, you need that currency. So you go to the market and you give, let's say, $100 and they give you whatever is equivalent in lira or euros and so on. So Islamic rule when it comes to exchanging of currencies is very, very simple.
Jadi misalnya kita keluar negeri ya, kemudian uang dolar diganti dengan lira. Bagaimana sih pendapat Islam? Sekarang ini simple sebenarnya dalam Islam ya.
The currencies are the same, like a dollar for dollar. You can only exchange them one to one. And they
Nah, dalam Islam itu syaratnya adalah kalau uang harus diganti dengan uang dan on the spot dan jumlahnya satu dengan satu.
must be exchanged on the spot. Another rule when it comes to exchanging different currency is that you can exchange them as you wish, but as long as they are exchanged on the spot.
Jadi kalau berbeda currency-nya tadi, satunya dolar, satunya lira, boleh. Tapi syaratnya kamu lakukan on the spot di tempat yang sama. Artinya apa? Pada saat itu juga. Jangan ada delay. Karena kalau ada delay itu kemungkinan kan naik turun. Harganya udah berubah.
So, with that in mind, what are some of the ways that we see the currencies are being exchanged? There is a spot market. These are often the markets where you would see big institutions, central banks are exchanging large quantities of money that they might need for paying the invoices and so on. This is something that most of the listeners here are not going to be engaged with.
Jadi bahkan bank-bank besar juga tukar uang kok sebetulnya. Tapi kita tidak ke arah situ karena kita orang kecil ya.
Another way to engage in Forex is through derivatives. You have these Forex futures and options where you are not really buying really currency but a contract.
Ada juga bentuk lain, kita nggak beli currency-nya tapi kontrak ya.
And this is something that most of the scholars will say is not Sharia compliant because
Ini kita beli kontrak, jadi kita beli nanti kalau harganya naik itu kita dapat profit. Nah ini tidak sesuai dengan syariah.
you're not trading something that is real anyway.
Karena yang kita beli itu nggak nyata.
There is no real ownership of the asset, and this is
Dan tidak ada kepemilikan yang nyata di aset tersebut. Ini sebetulnya judi.
just betting on the
Ini sepertinya judi untuk naik turunnya harga.
fluctuation in price. Now, finally, we come to the retail forex.
Sekarang retail forex.
This is something that you will see all of these courses on your TikTok and Instagram. People are offering you signals or some ideas, teaching you how to see what's going to happen before it happens.
Jadi ini sudah sudah masuk TikTok, YouTube ya. Orang sering cerita ke apa yang akan terjadi nanti ya.
All of those get rich quick schemes.
Yaitu get rich quick rich scheme itu ya. Jadi orang yang kepingin cepat kaya.
They talk about trading forex. This
mereka yang bicara tentang trading forex,
is the one that we are talking about. This is
ini yang akan kita bicarakan.
trading forex through what we call contracts for difference.
Nah, ini adalah trading forex yang disebut contracts for difference (CFD).
CFDs. Now, this way of trading forex is actually the very similar to what we see with the derivatives, which is that you are not really taking ownership.
Jadi sama dengan tadi derivatif, kita tidak dapat, we're not taking ownership, jadi kita tidak menjadi pemiliknya.
Or possession of money at all.
Jadi kita tidak memiliki uang itu sama sekali.
What you are doing is you are entering into the contract.
Jadi Anda membeli kontraknya.
For difference with your platform, with the broker. And
jadi kita beli kontrak di the broker.
And this is where the problems start.
Ini masalahnya mulai.
Oftentimes people think that you are getting some kind of a loan. It acts as a leverage, as if you are buying something real. There is no loan. No one is giving anyone a loan. It's just called like a loan or margin or leverage.
Ya, jadi ini disebut seperti loan or leverage. Itu sebenarnya tidak ada yang dipinjamkan sebetulnya ya.
With your platform, with the broker. And this is where the problems start. Oftentimes people think that you are getting some kind of a loan. It acts as a leverage, as if you are buying something real. There is no loan. No one is giving anyone a loan. It's just called like a loan or margin or leverage. So when you are putting $1,000, for example, for a position which is 100 to 1, you are buying into the $100,000 position. You are not taking ownership of 100,000. There is no one who is giving you a loan. So,
ya, saya mulai paham. Jadi tidak ada sistem pinjam-meminjam uang ya. Kita membeli kontrak. Oke, saya beli harga 100.000 untuk misalnya kontrak yang akhirnya berharga 100.000 menjadi 1 juta. Misalnya kayak gitu. Saya jadi teringat kuliah Math of Management waktu itu. Saya bingung, kok ini sistem kayak apa sih, sampai bingung waktu itu.
So all of this is just terminology. What you are doing is a contract for difference.
Itu dia yang kita beli itu. Sistem ini adalah kita membeli contract of difference.
So you and the platform are entering the contract. It's basically saying something along these lines. I'm putting $1,000 for $100,000 position.
Jadi kita beli biasanya online. Kita seolah-olah mengatakan saya taruh uang 1.000 untuk posisi 100.000.
If the price is this, then I will get 2,000, 3,000.
Kalau harganya begini, aku akan mendapatkan 3.000 misalnya.
Whatever is the price at the end. If the price is something else, then the platform will get my money. So,
ini betting ini. Jadi kita misalnya ya, kita bilang saya beli 1.000 untuk kontrak yang harganya 100.000 misalnya ya. Kalau harganya misalnya ya, harganya itu menjadi 150.000, maka profitnya untuk saya. Tapi kalau harganya kurang, itu yang profitnya untuk untuk bank. Ngerti ya? Kalau kurang kan kita yang rugi, ya uangnya diambil sama bank.
So what is this? When the price of the currency moves tiny bit, this leverage, what we call, this amplification can completely wipe your $1,000 or make your $1,000 multiplied.
Ya, jadi hanya karena hitungan detik itu Anda bisa rugi $1.000 atau $1.000 Anda itu menjadi berkali-kali lipat. Anda bisa lebih kaya.
Now the currency is moving 1%, but it is totally wiping or multiplying your $1,000.
Nah itu dia. Walaupun currency-nya itu berubah cuma 1%, itu bisa membuat Anda rugi atau menjadi kaya raya.
So we see that this is purest form of gambling, where you are pretending that you have actually purchased the money and you are actually benefiting from the price movement. So all of those rules of exchanging of money, they don't even apply to Forex of today.
Ya, jadi nggak bisa ini cara kayak gini tuh haram ya.
Because Forex of today has nothing to do with buying.
Di Forex yang sekarang itu tidak membeli dan tidak tukar uang atau currency, tidak sama.
In exchanging money or currencies. It's like you are watching a birds in the sky and you are write a contract with your friend and you say, if the birds go up, I'll give you $1,000, and the friend says if the birds flies down, I'll give you $1,000.
Ini ibaratnya seperti kita melihat burung terbang, kemudian kita bikin kontrak sama teman. Kalau burungnya terbang ke atas, kamu tak kasih $1,000, tapi kalau burungnya terbang ke bawah, kamu kasih $1,000.
It's just pretend. So in reality, you are not really purchasing anything. You are
pada transaksi ini kan sebenarnya kamu nggak beli apa-apa, tidak ada yang dibeli, cuman judi ini.
not trading. The trading is totally incorrect word here. You are
Jadi bukan perdagangan sama sekali ini.
simply speculating or betting on the price movement.
Jadi ini spekulasi kita, seperti judi, ya. Kita taruhan.
I've also seen on some of these platforms, they say we have Islamic version.
Ada yang mengaku itu Islamic version.
Now, when I read what is the Islamic opinion, they say we don't charge interest. And this term interest here is also misleading. If
Orang-orang yang berdagang forex dengan Islamic version itu katanya kita tidak memberi interest kok.
you don't have
Tapi enggak. Ini membuat orang bingung.
any real money being
Kalau kamu udah ada uang yang benar-benar ada uang yang kamu pertukarkan,
exchanged, there is no even loan to speak of interest.
bahkan tidak ada pinjaman uang,
There is no even buying or selling into that.
tidak ada jual beli, jadi tidak ada interest di sini.
Nothing is really recorded in a real world. Everything is just recorded on the books of that platform.
Oke. Tidak ada yang di real world, nggak ada yang tercatat, cuman di platform itu saja online ya.
You are betting against the broker. So
Jadi kita ini seperti taruhan dengan brokernya.
when these Islamic options tell us there is a Islamic version, they are saying that there are no fees for certain transactions.
Yang mengaku itu Islamic version itu katanya nggak pakai fee untuk certain transaction.
And there is this interest rate differential, which is just a name for a fees that sometimes is applied. But
Kenapa dia bilang tadi ada interest rate tadi?
there are no fees for certain transaction, and there is this interest rate differential, which is just
Cuma tidak ada fee, tidak ada biaya, tapi cuma ada interest rate justification ya.
a name for a fees that sometimes is applied. But the reality is whether there is that fee or no, there is no fee. The underlying
Jadi di realitinya tuh tetap nggak ada fee-nya.
transaction is not money exchange.
Jadi ini sebenarnya bukan pertukaran uang.
There is no real ownership. Both
Tidak ada real ownership. Jadi kalau saya beli sesuatu kan ini milik saya, tidak ada di sini.
of these are just trading contract for difference.
Cuman trading kontrak untuk perbedaan harga.
So in summary, because there is no real buying and selling of these currencies,
Jadi ini forex yang sekarang dibicarakan ya. Jadi kalau tidak ada jual beli yang sungguhan, yang nyata dari currency ini,
there is only a contract where we are betting and speculating
dan karena itu cuma kontrak untuk spekulasi dan kita taruhan
on a price movement of something that
untuk perubahan harga dari currency yang kita taruhkan tadi.
we don't have even ownership of.
Kita bahkan tidak punya ownership, tidak memiliki apapun di
This
situ.
is the pure game of chance.
Jadi ini adalah judi.
And so it is not possible to make this permissible business. Now,
Jadi tetap haram.
there is one more thing to be mindful of, because for these platform and brokers to make money, remember, they are betting against you. You are betting against them. You are not even betting in the Forex against the other fellow traders. You are all betting against the platform. And so
Jadi kita tidak lagi bersaing dengan orang lain untuk taruhan. Kita juga cuma taruhan dengan platformnya.
in gambling, house always wins. They wouldn't be in a business if most of the traders would win. So
Jadi nggak mungkin ada bisnis ini kalau semua trader itu menang ya. Namanya judi ya.
what you will find often is that the way the system is designed, you have a small margin. Volatility is your enemy. It will wipe you quickly. It won't wipe platform. So what you will find is because how this game is done, volatility is sometimes artificially even increased by some of these platforms. And there are many of these platforms, we often find them, they increase volatility just to shake off these traders from their position and small margins so that they can win. And some
Jadi banyak yang platform seperti ini seperti judi online ini ya mungkin ya. Mereka sengaja dibuat algoritmanya sedemikian rupa sehingga ada volatility, ada perubahan harga, dan itu bisa merusak menghancurkan orang-orang yang gambling tadi. Jadi yang menang siapa? Yang punya platformnya.
studies show that somewhere around 85 to 90% of all traders eventually lose.
Jadi pada kasus ini 80-90% itu mereka lose sebetulnya ya.
From their position, often find them, they increase volatility just to shake off these traders from their position and small margins so that they can win. And some studies show that somewhere around 85 to 90% of all traders eventually lose.
Ya, 85-50% trader itu biasanya kalah, kehilangan uang.
So this promise that we see in these get rich quick courses where you can learn how to do these technical analyses, you will supposedly have these signals and access to information, and you will look at some pie charts and therefore you will do something. Nothing in real life moves in these pips and seconds and milliseconds. There is no real life forces.
Jadi walaupun kita katanya diajari, pada dasarnya itu tidak ada itu.
That do these kinds of things. So this is all purely speculative.
Jadi semua spekulasi. Tidak ada teori tentang naik turunnya, itu semua spekulasi.
People who do this, you can see them after a while, completely gambling lifestyle. They're constantly glued to their screen watching little movements from seconds.
Makanya orang kayak gitu mereka sangat-sangat memperhatikan pergerakan ini ya, naik turunnya currency itu.
To a second. And they are just fearful that something will completely wipe them off. So
Mereka ketakutan kalau mereka kehilangan uang.
So only people who make money are the platforms and people who are selling you this fake idea that this is the way to earn money. So my advice for people is that learn some real skill, do something
Jadi advice-nya dia, belajarlah skill yang betul.
that is useful with your
Lakukan sesuatu yang useful.
time, do something that is productive,
Lakukan sesuatu yang produktif.
that benefits people, and
Yang bermanfaat buat orang banyak.
inshallah we'll see you in the next video. Salam.
Dan insya Allah kita akan melihat video selanjutnya. Oke, jadi itu tadi ya. Jadi forex itu yang asli, forex yang dulu itu kalau kita pergi ke luar negeri kita tukar uang itu enggak apa-apa. Tapi yang tidak boleh itu forex yang baru ini. Oke. Jadi ya itulah. Ini tadi kan disebutkan ini apakah itu halal itu. Oke, segitu aja dulu, semoga berguna ya. Semoga nanti saya cari video-video selanjutnya. Oke, makasih. Assalamualaikum.